शक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्तः प्रभवितुं न चेदेवं देवो न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुमपि। अतः त्वामाराध्यां हरिहरविरिञ्चादिभिः अपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथमकृतः पुण्यः प्रभवति। शिवः शक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्तः प्रभवितुं न चेत् एवं देवः न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुम् अपि। अतः त्वाम् आराध्यां हरिहरविरिञ्चादिभिः अपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथम् अकृतपुण्यः प्रभवति। शिवः शक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्तः प्रभवितुं न चेत् एवं देवो न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुम् अपि। अतः त्वाम् आराध्यां हरिहरविरिञ्चादिभिः अपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथम. That is tha is mahaprana, ka is alpaprana, so katham is better and khatam. Akrita punyaha prabhavati. Shiva Shaktya with Shakti, that is Parvati. Yuktaha joined. So this to is that Purva Rupa Sandhi. So Yuktaha only it is. Yuktaha, Kta Pratyaya, Yadi, if, Bhavati is Latlakara. Shaktaha, Shaktaha is capable. Tha Pratyaya, it means to be capable. It comes from the root Shak, to be able. Shak, to be able. Prabhavitum, to start it means. So Prabhavitum is Tumun Pratyaya. So it gives a sense of to. Na chet evam. So it becomes na chet evam, no, in the shlokam. It is a splitting. Na chet and evam. So it's Jashtva Sandhi it is called. Na means not, chet means if, evam means thus. Devaha only becomes Devo. It's called Purva Rupa Sandhi. Actually it is Devaha. It's about Lord Shiva. Na khalu, not indeed. Khalu is indeed. Kushalaha, expert. Spandithum, to move. Tumun pratyaya, so to move. Api, spand is to move. You know, spandanam. So api also. Ataha, therefore. Tvam, you, as an object it comes. Vidya Vibhakti. Aradhyam. So you who are fit to be worshipped, it means to worship. Hari is Vishnu. Hara is Shiva. Virinchi is Brahma. So Virachate iti Virinchi, he who creates. Hara and Hari both comes from the root hr, to take. They take away the sins. So they are called Hari and Hara. And the pratyas are different, how they are formed. So Adi Bihi means etc. Bihi is Tritiya Vibhakti, by them. So this Adi includes other gods like Indra, etc. Agni, etc. Api also. Pranantum, to bow down. Pranam, nam is to bow. Pranam is to give namaskara. So the Upasarga pra is, it gives it means prakrishtaha, excellent it means. Tuman is to. Stotum, to praise. Stu is to praise and Tuman pratya. Va, or Khatam, how. Punyaha is good deeds. Akrita punyaha is that accumulated good deeds, like it is done beforehand. So they have made an effort to, be better in life, and that is why they are able to know about Parvati, that is Tripura Sundari. That's the meaning. Prabhavati. Prabhavati is to start actually. Here it means to be. Latlakara. Om Sai Ram. This is the first shlokam of the Saundara Lahari. Om Ganeshaya Namaha. The first shloka itself is a very auspicious one, and I'm going to teach the meaning, a little bit of philosophical explanation, a little bit of etymology so as to remember the words, and finally the recitation twice so that the learner finds it easy to learn it. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yedhi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Na Chedevam Devo Na Kalu Kushalaspanditum Ataswam Aradhyam Harihara Virinchadi Bhirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Katam Krutaha Punya Prabhavati. United with Shakti, Shiva is endowed with the power to create the universe. It could be universe. Otherwise, he is incapable of even a small movement. That is why who accept those who are endowed with lots of previous punya can worship, bow down to you, praise you. You who have been given a great honor, you who have been worshipped by Vishnu, Shiva and Brahma and other gods. This is the meaning of this shloka. We are going to go to word meaning with the sandhi. So, yadi. Yadi means when or if. Shivaha. Shivaha means he who is auspicious. Shivati. Shvi is to increase, and that is an unadi prefix. That's why it becomes Shiv. Shivati or Shai. Okay. Now everybody lies on him. All the beings. That's why he is called Shathe. Okay. So this word Shivaha. What is that Shivaha? Yuktaha. He is united. So it becomes an adjective for Shiva or a Kriya Padam for him. It's a verb for him. Kta pratyaya. Yuch and kta pratyaya becomes Yuktaha. Shivaha Yuktaha. Kena saha, with whom is he united? Along with Shakti, that is his wife, Tripura Sundari, his consort. Shak, to be able, and Kti pratyaya, Shaktihi. And the Tritiya Vibhakti, that is along with, it means along with, becomes Shaktya. So along with Shakti, he is united. At that time what happens? Yadi Shaktya Yuktaha Shaktaha Prabhavitum Bhavati. Shaktaha, he is capable. Again, the poet plays a pun with this word. Shak, to be able. Kta pratyaya. So it becomes adjective for Shivaha. Shaktaha, he is able to do Prabhavitum. Prabhavitum, to start. He is able to start. Tumun pratyaya bhavati. So when he is united with Parvati, he is able to do. Na chet, but if not. Chet means if. Na means no. Na chet evam. That's all. Devaha, our Lord. Na khalu. Indeed, na kaluhu. Kushalaha. He does not have the kaushalam, the capacity, the expertise. Spanditumapi. To even move a little bit. Spand is to set in motion, to throb. Tuman pratyaya. He does not have the capacity to move anything also. That is why Ataha Tvam, you, in object, as an object, Vitya Vibhakti. Who is this Tvam? Tripura Sundari. And what is the adjective for her? Aradhya. She who has been worshipped. Who has been done puja to. Aradhya. And this also comes in Dvitiya, because in Sanskrit, adjective takes the same linga, Vibhakti, as the noun. So, you who have been worshipped, Tvam Aradhya. By whom is she being worshipped? By Hari. Harati Papan. And it is an in pratyaya, it's an unadi pratyaya, becomes Harihi atava Haridvarnaha. He who is of that bluish green complexion, that Vishnu. Hari, Haraha, again Hridatu. He who takes away, what does he take? Everybody during dissolution. He takes away all the sins. Shiva. And Hri and Ach pratyaya. So the taker it means. Haraha and Virinchi, Brahma, the creator. V plus Rach Dhatu. The prefix is V. Rach is the Dhatu. And what happens is here in and num. In and num pratyaya are used. It's an unadi affix. Virinchihi becomes. And Adi. Adi means etc. Indra and other gods. There could be other gods. Adi bihi. Tritiya Bahuvachan. By these gods. So by these gods you who have been worshipped. Katam. Who else? How can? Akritaha punyaha. A person. It's an adjective for a person. Akritam punyam yasya saha. He who has no punya. Na kritam punyam yasya saha. It means he who has do not have any kind of punya, accumulated merits. Tvam pranantum. To bow down to you. Nam pra plus nam dhatu, to bow down. Tumun pratyaya. Stotum. Sthu dhatu, to praise. Tumun pratyaya. Prabhavati. He will be able to. So a person who does not have punya will not be able to worship you. Only people who have done some merits will get to know about your greatness. They can worship you. That is the meaning. How it is possible for a person without punya to praise you and worship you, to know about your greatness. That is the meaning. So what is it? This Saundarya Lahari. It is, in the beginning I'll give some little bit, introduction about this topic, and then later on as the shlokas go, more explanation. But Saundarya Lahari, it is the wave of beauty, the beauty of the goddess. Some people say that how can, so much of description, erotic description can be done. Now, supposing, man he is a kshetrajna, he is attacked by various distractions. Which better way he can distract himself? By thinking about the Supreme in the most beautiful way. So he has given us that description, and when we think of her, when we are described, to us he is described, when we remember these description, she stays in our mind, and in our mind only she should be there. We can easily remember her when we listen or when we understand these Varnanas. She is so beautiful and very easy to remember, and she is our goal. Now, Tripura Sundari and Shiva. Now Shiva, what happens? He is the being and she is the will, and you cannot separate both of them. That is what is given. Another thing is Shri Chakra. This whole Saundarya Lahari, it is also worshipped in an emblematic way in the diagram. That is the Shri Chakra. The Shri Chakra has 4 Shiva triangles and 5 Tripura Sundari or Parvati triangles. That is what is mentioned in this shloka. The shloka says how these Shiva and Parvati, they cannot be separated. So another thing, Parvati, Tripura Sundari, lies in us as a Kundalini Shakti, and she rises up as we rise up by the recitation of the Saundarya Lahari, by meditating dhyana, by pranayama, by sattvic activities. And as we rise her up, she rises through the spinal cord and she reaches the Sahasrara, which is here, which is dealt in other shlokas, and she becomes one with the Lord. In this whole Saundarya Lahari, she is, it's about Shakti. She is given more importance. And how we rise the Shakti in us, the Kundalini, and we become one with the Shiva, from where we have come. We are Shiva ourselves. Sahaham, Soham. We can become better. According to Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism, we are not sinners. We are divine beings. How we become the most divine, how we get Nirvana. This is one way. The Saundarya Lahari is one way. It's a very easy way. We just have to listen to her waves of beauty, created by Shankaracharya, the greatest Advaitist. And you would wonder why an Advaitist is, talking about the praise of a deity. It's a very easy way to attain that Paramatma from whom we have come. We are the Paramatma, we have not realized. So that's how it is. So, Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shaktaf Prabhavitum Na Chetevam Devo Na Khalu Kushalav Spanditumapi Atahatva Maradyam Harihara Virinchadibihi Api Pranantum Stotum Va Katamakrudaf Punyah Prabhavati.